Okay, let's get to zero because we went right into the yen on Friday. We come out of the yen this morning. So as I look at the next 30 days, is this a splendid opportunity to load up on yen? I look at the risk, I look at the vol in yen. Am I less likely to see the Bank of Japan push back against me than the SNB? Is that why yen is a better haven than Swiss?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And certainly if I'm right that we don't get a fiscal deal, then the yen would be a good place to hide. Certainly as also risk assets would likely suffer into the election in such a scenario. So I guess you're right that the yen is the perfect haven into the election. But I wouldn't buy it after the election, at least if Biden wins.
So what are you buying after the election?
Emerging markets. I actually think that it's a really good time to buy emerging markets if Joe Biden wins, because his trade policy is much more benign for emerging markets, and we know how emerging markets they thrive when dollar liquidity is added, and basically when world trade rebounds, dollar liquidity is added to emerging markets via trade flows, and that's essentially what they've needed for maybe 12 or 18 months in a row now, and they didn't get that via the Trump trade policy, but they will get that via a Biden trade policy.
What is the risk in G10 then? I look at the shorts, I look at the positioning. You said buy EM. I'm interested to know which ones. But I look at the positioning in Aussie, and we've gone a massive reduction in net shorts. So in G10, do you buy growth? Do you buy normalization? Do you buy China rapprochement?
Well, I actually think Aussie is a good buy if Biden wins the election. I looked at sort of the sensitivity within G10 currencies to a Biden victory. And the Aussie is probably the best bet in such case. You know how the Aussie is also correlated to how emerging markets perform and to the commodity outlook.
Yes.
So Aussie would actually be a really, really good bet in terms of where to seek with a Biden victory.